more times since, but they definitely slowed down on the hero.
Other ones that they've played out of the mid-roll, Arc Warden. Not really sure how that matchup looks against Lina, but they're going to go for the puck.
So that must be... I assume it's Fada. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, they're taking their time picking. We'll find out. It's a Yaps or Ruben.
No, you go first. Sure. I don't want to show you anything. Don't pick any of your heroes.
They're looking at Puppy like, you picked us Puck? Do you know what meta this is?
They're trying to make him play it.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Come on, man, please. So yeah, we'll be Fada on the puck. And we'll have an ace Clinks and mid one on the Bloodseeker. So Bloodseeker's interesting versus Lina. It's not a 100% like Lina's just going to dumpster you if they decide to even do that matchup. Who knows who's going to what lane, but it is a like you got to get your double nukes, you got to hit both of your spells and use that so the Bloodseeker can't regen up. Downsides to Lina is that she can't really deny the Bloodseeker that easily. Her right clicks are terrible. So if you miss your spells, then mid one's obviously just going to be able to sneak right in there and regen up off of those creeps.
5 seconds remaining.
That's definitely something to watch for, and I feel like whenever you're playing a Bloodseeker against any hero really, but particularly one with that high nuke damage, there's a chance you just die, like off of one missed input on your right click or whatever ends up happening. So we'll watch that lane, see how things work their way out. As far as rotating supports,
rotating Ursa.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think the Wraith King Ursa is really strong. I like that as a dual lane. I wasn't sure. I kind of thought the Ursa might be a little bit better in the core role there. Just either way, they're both just going to be these 3.5s. Like, Kaka needs a blink, and that's why it's kind of this weird hero to have on support, because it's not like an Earthshaker who needs a blink. Because, like, Earthshaker, yeah, he needs a blink. But you've seen those PPD shakers. He doesn't get a blink for, like, 30 minutes, and the game still goes fine, because he just hides in the fog. He soul rings, he's tranquils, he throws out fishers. You know, it was very 2016. It was a great time. Ursa, he can't really do that. He's got to get in there. And it's a lot harder to get in there on a Bloodseeker or a Clinks or a Puck without a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Puck in particular feels like that one's going to be tough. And I think that they're going to try and probably put the... Well, I don't know.
Look at these spammers. That's CCC and Yapsor. 11, 12, all relics.
Yeah.
You know who's pressuring their captain during the draft. That I can tell you.
Pick me this. I swear it's good.
Dude, I'm so good. Look at my relics.
You
Do you see how many 2 hero stuns I have?
Puck does not have a lot of relics. This is not a hero that Fata plays all that often nowadays, at the very least. But sure, a hero that he's very comfortable playing on from his older days. Has a ward, gonna head out there early. One of the benefits of playing on this puck is you're gonna be able to secure yourself a good observer ward placement in the off lane. Just off the back of the illusory orb. And oh my god, are you kidding me?
It finally happened.
Newbee!
Alright, so I saw some talk about this today.
Oh,
because we were talking about how there's Io, Ursa, and Wraith King are being picked like on the same team. And now that Wraith King's finally meta, and Ursa's finally meta, you can actually attempt this. The first level 1 Roche in what feels like forever.
And they've got the arrow to help assist with this. You do not think that this is a level 1 Roche team at all. Not in the least bit.
This would be the greatest scout in the history of scouts if somehow Secret found this. Good luck, have fun. Oh, buddy. Good luck and have fun indeed. The Salves are being traded. They've got one left here on Kaka. Execution again with the arrow.
They have no idea. Oh my god.
Haha, you laugh.
The level 1 Roche. I'm ready for the chat wheel spam. Bring it to me. And this is going to be really good because it's only sharing experience through a couple of these different heroes. And Kaka moving in for the last couple swipes. Easy peasy level 2.
Wow. All right, Newbie. Let's see. So level 2 on the Mirana, level 2 on the Ursa, and it is level 2 on KP2. So, wow, we were talking about having some 2 3.5s. Great way to start it.
Arrow?
By giving them that.
They're going to try and chase it down. This guy's got an Aegis. You think he's stopping for anything at all? Yapsor going to draw first blood. Newbee firing on all cylinders.
Well, this is the best way to start a game. Level 1 Roche. Thank you, Newbee, for bringing us back.
That is not something I would have anticipated from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only downside is that they weren't able to give in that to SCCC and help him in this lane and just get even more domination over top of the Bloodseeker.
Wow. You say that. Good one's taking a couple punches there.
Fada, though. Speaking of punches, he's getting right-click down. He's dead.
I mean, this is an Ursa that's got boots already. And
the bear!
Running around level 2. I mean, how bad? Like, I remember that there were times when level 1 Roche would just end up being like almost instant win. It felt like.
Yeah.
Is it that bad nowadays? Like, how rough is this for Team Secret?
No, I don't think it's definitely not as good as it used to be. It used to be you could get all 5 of your heroes level 2, or your Meepo mid level 6. That was the classic. You just left him in the pit alone to finish it. Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still an extremely strong start. I mean, of course it's going to be. You just get all this nice experience and gold, and even more importantly is that you have a great Roshing lineup. You have control over the pit with the Winter Wyvern, you have the Aura of the Wraith King you just saw, and then you have an Ursa. This means that when you're typically getting the Aegis at like 15 minutes, they're going to get an Aegis and a cheese if they can take that.
Yo, think about the refresher shard. This
Exactly.
At, like,
everything's just pushed up like 10 extra minutes.
KP down bottom, throwing out the stuns, asserting dominance. It's like, that's right, it killed a big bad Roche man.
Man, they came in with a plan here. And Kaka's just going to dive till he loses this Aegis.
Newbee, this is like, again, the verge of lower bracket. They need to win these games, both of them. Fata's going to try and pull this creep wave as well.
It's also the last few games before the main stage, and you do not want to try the level 1 Roche on the main stage, because that crowd will give you away. They're going to be screaming their heads off.
That's true. As, again, Kaka just going to zone back Fata and Yapsor. They tried to get the pull-off, but it didn't happen. It does look like the creep wave is going to be pulling through, but Kaka? Alright, he's just going to walk at him some more. The support Ursa level 1 Roche. What a time to be alive.
It's a nice meta right now. SCCC has that aggressive ward on the high ground, hits mid one again. 11-3 to the 6-2. This is what you expect. So they're going to go for a little bit of a rotation here with this Invis rune. See if they can get... Oh, that's a something. Oh no! Puppey! Oh no!
And he's going to pay the price as well. The punches, the kill, they are shook.
All right, you gotta reset, man. You gotta mentally fix yourself after that. That is so painful. That courier should have been his. He could have helped save this lane for his mid.
3 minutes in, 3-0, 1,000 gold lead. And again, it's not necessarily that it's like actually that terrible of a situation to be in, but it feels like it's affecting him a little bit, possibly.
Do you see this bottle and 2 mangoes coming mid? They're not supposed to be there.
Oh.
That courier shouldn't be alive, man.
Yeah, SCCC, he's going to himself a nice time in this lane, bringing in the bottle. As top yet again, Kaka able to zone back several. Mugi, he's had the freest lane of his life. Level 4, while Rubik is level 2. So is Puck.
Yeah, I've been looking for these strong laners to help out with the Rubik pickup in the drafting phase, and Puck is way stronger than Hero used to be, of course, has pretty high damage. Was considered one of the better mids for a pretty good period, but not enough in that. And nice little play there.
Will not be rewarded with the rune, as
but,
it is bottom.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Puck's enough to really carry the Rubik, especially when they start 1 level higher, right? That was the big deal.
Oh, mid 1. My God.
Oh, he didn't expect the vision high ground. Maybe he did. Maybe he needed to salve to live, but it's not even worth it.
I think that he was hoping. There was the last right click. If it wasn't a miss, could have been death. Bottom lane by the rune. They're going to pick up the regen on the Wyvern and the chase away for Faith. KP going to give him the punches. Puppey gets the kill. A little +2 for his efforts. But yeah, mid 1 had to walk all the way back home and is just now regenning to head back out to the lane.
Well, at least his allies were able to help speed him up there by going in for a gank.
Hey, that happens. And now Kaka just running around the map, bullying everybody. He doesn't care about anything. Honestly, this guy is just happy as a clam, still hanging on to that Aegis. It should be expiring in 4 seconds, and as it expires, it's actually going to run into a lot of the secret heroes and trying to zone out for the bounty runes. Secret get all 4 bounty runes.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, Fada gets back there in time up top just to snag it away from Mugi.
Chase.
Oh, is he going to pay for it, though? No.
Top the shrine. Thinking about it. Starstorm, the punches. Fata doesn't have orb for 2 more seconds. The arrow's off the mark, though.
Yeah. Even if he survives here, though, he just lost all of his bottle. Had to use the shrine, and that'll force him back to the fountain, you'd imagine, as he misses the jaunt down to the low ground. But bottom lane, Kaka limping away here. Going to be giving a lot of damage over to mid 1 in the mid lane.
Yeah, for over 100 right now. And in the bottom lane, they drop down a sentry ward, or an observer ward, actually. They're also bringing back in the Wyvern as they find the stun and ace. No vision for the moment. Instead, they turn on the Yapstar. The lift up gets the stun there onto KP. Newbee just going to back out.
So under a 1K lead right now for Newbee after a level 1 Roche, and with 4 kills to 1. Not looking that incredible, not gonna lie. You know, you'd be hoping you build up something a little bit better at this point.
Experience, it looks a little bit better, 1500.
That's true. You see Moogie's like level 6, and we have an ulti ready for SCCC too, so a couple dumps of these ults, and maybe they'll be alright.
Yeah. Mid 1, no mana right now for Rupture, so not really a threat for SCCC. Does have a Mango on him, so if mid 1 happens to drop low, they might be able to find something, and Kaka as well as bottom lane. They find a good bit of damage on the KP. They need to back out of there, but he's just dead.
Yeah, absolutely annihilated. And even Faith, not in the best spot. He has the flight to get out, though, and they actually use the Moonlight Shadow.
Okay.
Maybe just to help secure Faith's escape. Thought they were going to rotate over.
It's kind of weird. It feels like now Secret are sort of in cleanup mode. All right, we had these bad things going on. Ace is just going to run around the map right now and try and make some stuff happen down bottom. They're bringing in both the supports to mess around with it as well, and salvage at least one of these lanes.
Well, Fada also grabbed the wave up top just now, pulled it behind the tower, and this can help secure him 2 waves by virtue of the other one pushing. So big stuff coming out from him, and he really needs it because he's just at level 4. Really doesn't want to take the tome away from your Rubik because that's one of the items that even lets Rubik be played right now, it feels like, as the hero is very weak in the laning phase.
So just farming that back behind the tower in his safe space, but bottom lane is where we've seen the action so far. And, I mean, it is kind of showing the problem with this support Ursa. You need other heroes to set up kills for you. And while KP does do a good job of it, they've got a lot of ability to jump away. And, well, they're going to try now take down Rubik. He is going to get brought down with one more hit from the Fury Swipes. And, well, Ace now turning onto KP. He's dropping down fairly low, but the stick charges will keep him alive. As Faith flies
but
away
the Bloodseeker. It's the mop and bucket.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Looks like Faith will be the only one not to be cleaned up here. As he once again glides back to his tower, but once more, that hero living isn't exactly the ideal one.
No. You would love to be able to get a little bit more going the way of KP, who is, well, fairly far behind Fata, at least in terms of the CS, but experience a little bit ahead still, just because of how rough Fata had it early on.
But that net worth, like almost a 1,500 gold leadish, around 3 minutes. Now it's about 500 for the Psy Secret. Completely recovered at this point.
Faith taking the punches. Cold Embrace. They will have the curse though, and that should be the death of him. Puppy does a little double back to make sure he gets the +2.
Man, all this action for him is great. Already 6 stolen int.
That's exactly what you want to have for a silencer early on. Level 5 too. Like, he's gotten a ton.
Yeah, he's the same levels as Puck.
This is not normal. We haven't seen like Puppy actually get this farmed in a while. Usually it's
Dude, he's angry.
Pulls ahead.
After that level 1 Roche.
I didn't see it coming.
How dare you?
Undermining.
Know who I am? Oh, they know. All right, smoke up here. Lina looking to use this Laguna Blade. Faith leading the charge with the Arctic Burn.
They also have a big stack down this way, so if they could transition this after a kill into...
Yeah, they got Dust here too.
Rotation onto Ace. Laguna Blade out. Can they find the follow-up? I think the answer is yes, as the Light Strike Ray and the punch as well. Straight for a second, but only a second.
All right, solid rotation.
And it looks like they want to go in and try and take down the stack.
Now, mid one has the Rupture, but it's not going to be able to go over and contest this.
Yeah, this is tough. And with the Moonlight Shadow as well. I mean, it's
the 10-minute rune. Dire have scanned. They knew that Fada was here.
And they're just going to be going for the initiation. How's it going, buddy?
Follow-up arrow. Doesn't hit.
Not quite there on the mark. Punch is coming in, but
he's
out of there.
He got the bounty rune. What a player.
That's what you love to see.
He'll get back into the other one, though.
Roche Cam now, as well as that is respawned. Not going to be as easy to take it the second time as it was the first, I don't believe. I think that Secret are going to be probably pretty prepped for that.
Don't think they'll just leave them alone for a minute while they chuck full distant arrows at it.
So 10-minute mark. Klink's going to start those rotations as well. We'll find Kaka up top. Puck does have 6 as well, so they could make something happen with that Dream Coil if they wanted.
Yeah, so does Yapsor. He's already stolen the Wraith Fire Blast too, so a little bit of a threat here in the mid lane for KP. He has already skilled up the ultimate, though.
Kaka just hiding away in those trees there. They spot him now, but he's going to head back with the creep wave. We'll see if
Yeah, they
decide
actually
to
can't
go on
stop him from just enraged TPing either. I think that's why they're just not going.
Dream Coil. He's thinking about it, and there's the enraged.
See ya.
If only they knew.
80% damage reduction. But that's fine. I mean, you force an enraged TP with the catapult wave, so that's actually totally okay. Surprised that he TP'd home and not the shrine. Oh, he actually got it. They did not use the body to stop the arrow. Maybe worried about potential follow-up after.
I don't know if they saw it, honestly. He did
Yeah,
it
it's
from
true.
fog as well.
Yeah, it looked like he dodged, but I mean, he might have dodged with that quick reaction before. You know, no time to even process that it's actually better to just tank it.
Rupture, meanwhile, on Faith. Does have a TP, but not opting to use it yet. Winter's Curse TP. All right. Just takes a moment. Makes him think he's going to get the kill.
Oh, that
wait.
was close.
Not going to get it.
If he wasn't Blood Rage, though, so he probably would have survived the volley of Lina.
Yeah. Mid lane. KP is just going to keep up the farm. So far, already has an urn, building towards that Blink Dagger next as Ace is going to find Mugi lurking in the woods. Is there any follow-up as they
So
do
many
go?
leaps.
The Global Silence. That stops a lot of the leaps, but they don't quite have vision. He's able to jump away, and now Kaka here as well.
Tower is under attack.
It's actually going to be Secret that needs to back out, and no conversion with the first Global Silence.
This whole time, Yapsor has been given complete free farm mid lane, though. He's got himself now up to level 8.25. Just stole a max level Dragon Slave.
That's great for pushing out waves, following up with kills.
Yeah, help him get farmed in towards his first big item. Currently, he's eyeing up the Yule Scepter. Good way to counter out the Ursa. Just like control him during the fights as well as KP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And this entire time, Ace has kind of just been roaming around, trying to see if he can make something happen.
Yeah.
Still sitting top 3 of the net worth, though, so showing just how good of a start he had early on as they're thinking about doing something down bottom.
Well, likewise in the top lane, they're just sitting here with Rupture, hoping for an opportunity, but we'll see which side goes first.
Skeletons spawned. Faith, Dusted, Mugi here as well. They're moving into position. They hit Fata with the arrow over on the east side of the fight, and as they chase forward for more, they manage to bring him down. Puck dead already. Mugi also in trouble. Yapsor able to find that kill. But KP just going to try and walk away from here, dancing on the haters.
Faith's in behind here with the curse, but they're just going to back away unless they can set something up for SCCC. So what happened to Fata was that he TP'd right in the face of the Ursa, and he lost about half his HP before he even got to the tower because of the long TP. But Faith now, oh man, mid one playing so cautiously.
That's a good decision too. I mean, SCCC, he can blow him up in a second there.
That's impressive, honestly. The discipline there. Yeah, I think mid one likely would have gone down.
Yeah. Now, good call from the Bloodseeker. And again, a somewhat action-packed-ish game. It's sort of been weird. It's like flurries of actions and then it slows down a little bit.
Yeah.
6-7 so far.
And been talking this whole game about how great the blade mail looked for the side of Newbee. It's actually going to be a mid one who'll probably be finishing up the first one as they need the Blink Dagger on KP. And Kaka's still working towards his. One nice thing about this support Ursa is that you just get these phase boots, so you can actually be part of rotations, but he's not part of this one. As they're hunting for mid one. Got the vision on him. See him coming to the camp.
They have the Winter's Curse to set up into the arrow afterwards if they want to do it, but it might be a little bit too early. Instead, they just go for the straight-up Light Strike Array.
Yeah, he's blood raged.
All the damage in the world.
That wasn't too. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that means they do save the Winter's Curse into the arrow if they want. And, well, instead, it's just Puppy. Lost in the woods.
Man, what a brawl of a game. SCCC is the only person who hasn't died yet.
Right now they found themselves Yapsor as well. The Yule Scepter lift up into arrow. A triple kill, the slowest one we've ever seen for SCCC. But it happened.
It was fashionably late, that's all. Ace does get both of the bounty runes, though, so who's the true victor? As Fata will try to bottle up this other one. It's a race against the Ursa. And Fata will be victorious. But Fata? Oh, Fata.
All right. That happens.
That looked like Puppy attacking the courier. Gotta check those mice.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, 6-10 now as Newbee continue to take a little bit of a lead in this one. Mid one trying to get his team back on the map. And as they rupture, does he have a TP available? Ursa does, but they're saving that Dream Coil for after the fact if they need to. So the Enrage comes out, still saving the Dream Coil. They are just going to try and beat him down. An angry bear, but a dead bear.
Yep, great play there. Not only it's almost better to TP to try and like force the coil sometimes, but then you're stuck in base, and it's, you know, Fata the cooldown's so short, that won't really matter. But Fata, speaking of which, has his Blink Dagger, so he will beat the Ursa as well as the Wraith King to the punch. And that's going to help him to catch people on these side lanes. But Splinter Blast now here for YapzOr. So many great wave clearing spells to steal.
Yeah. Man, what a great recovery from Fata. Like, for how bad it was going there through the first initial levels, he's had a hell of a game since then.
And now he just needs to try and find some kills going here. A lot of vision left inside the Radiant part of the jungle. You can see a fresh Observer Ward right there and there and there. So ideally, Newbee would like to play around here. We'll see exactly where Secret will be located. But you want to be hopping on here with your Wraith King and with your Lina and just hunting people down. SCCC considering going for the Blink and the Yules as opposed to the Shadow Blade.
Interesting. Well, with the cast range talent, that doesn't mean you're able to blink out of Rupture. It's not that far, right?
Well, there's also a lot of just very squishy heroes on the Radiant side.
Okay.
I think that's the main logic to it, is that you don't necessarily need the Shadow Blade. Although if... Oh, he's just going to buy it. Okay, I thought maybe he just saved it on quick buy in case he was going to die. But yeah, very squishy heroes. So if you like blink, get on top of the Clinks, the Rubik, the Silencer, even the Puck, if you're real good, might be able to get the kill.
2,000 gold lead already for Newbee. 10-7. And as you said, all those really good wave clearing spells to steal, they kind of keep that pressure out along the top side of the map. There was one D ward in the jungle that we saw briefly, and Secret are now going to smoke up. Don't believe this one will have been scouted at all.
Kind of. There was like wards in the area. They saw people moving.
Yeah.
They sort of seemed to know, but...
Radiant are taking a while to get where they want to go. Are they heading into Roche themselves? No. They end up going for the Soul Ring Diffusal Blade build for Ace. And sitting on the high ground right now is Kaka and Lina.
Radiant Vision seeing all this, of course.
They're just anticipating a movement over for the rune, I guess?
Da, 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 da.
How's it going, guys? All right, see you later. Is Kaka really just... Are they thinking that it's in Roche? There's going to be the Rupture. They walked into this one. They managed to get the Eul Scepter lifted up. Alina is super low. 20 stick charges, not enough to keep her alive. And Newbee just willing to go into this fight now. They are going to end up popping back as KP comes back to life. Can they kill off any more of the heroes on the side of Newbee? It doesn't look like it.
Oh, and Curse just kind of wanders in there and wastes it, but... Ouch! That was a bit brutal.
What happened?
It was a very greedy play to go in for the haste rune. Didn't get the wand off in time, even though the Yules dodged quite a bit. Didn't expect the whole team to be there. Thought maybe it was just a couple. Really wanted a haste rune to go for a kill. It's kind of understandable, but Secret just very patient. They get the kill. They secure the area around the Roche pit. And Mugi can only hope with an arrow here. Oh yeah, Puppy. He knows that he's up there though with that vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a unfortunate situation there, and again, it's also one of those like feeling things where you're Newbee, you've been able to feel pretty strong and get into these items. Maybe we can take this fight, and then you just don't quite have everybody there in the right positioning. And Secret was ready. Yeah,
it's still a very close game, and Kaka's also going to do his Blink Dagger. So, like, they're basically missing a hero right now. The Ursa is so ineffective without it.
Yeah.
And KP is moving back. Okay, he had the Aghanims queued up. I saw him thinking about it, but now he's gone back towards Treads. How disappointing.
Bottom lane, Fata gonna get killed off there. Eul Scepter to Light Strike Array. Laguna Blade used. Just happens in an instant. As they're going to smoke up on Newbee, heading into the pit themselves, but Secret is here again, up on the high ground. Does Puppy realize what's happening? Does Mid One realize what's happening? I don't think so. They smoked into this one.
Yeah, Skeleton's helping out here, but remember, Mid One, he's gonna be like, that's a lot of damage. Something's happening. Oh, guys, I think they're Roshing. Bloodseeker pretty good for that.
Oh, God, and if they just drop down the Blood Right, like, this is a terrible fight to be in. They get bashed by Roche as well. Ursa's stuck here. The long duration silence. He's dead.
Roche got the kill.
Arrow. Can they find the kill here? The follow-up. There's going to be no global silence. He does not have buyback, dead for 30 seconds. They managed to find the secondary stun there onto Mirana. In trouble. Fata. Cold Embrace not going to be enough. Newbee losing one as well as Secret, and Roche down to low HP. They bought back on the Ursa to come and take this fight.
He was so close for Blink. And now he's just in here going. Fada's coming in.
They jump in as well. He's in range. He needs to get this Aegis. The arrow, it connects. It missed Roach. They jump in. They have to take it with KP. He snatched the Aegis because Secret got the kill. They burned through the Aegis, and now Lina up in the air. It is all falling apart for Newbee. Can they do it? The global in the middle of the cast, and now silenced yet again. Secret styling on Newbee.
After all that, how does Puppy still have global?
Well, he died and then didn't have buyback, and he respawned.
So nice for the side of Secret. Newbee, the beginning of the game, the level 1 Roche. That was their plan. That was the way they were going to win it. Roche has other plans in mind, it looks like. Looks like the cheese was even used, too, by the Ursa during that one.
Oh, jeez.
So they lost it all. I am excited for a 30-minute refresher shard, though. That's going to be good.
God, that one, that's crazy. And it was like, I could see her pointing her finger of death.
Yes.
You know, right over there at somebody, but right in the middle of the animation, Puppy came back.
Alright, well, Newbee, they just gotta recoil back into their own part of the map. Try and get this Blink Dagger on this poor Ursa. Kaka just so close. And here's a little replay for you. Oh, man, that was such a great way to start the fight.
Now, just waiting for that moment.
The bash. Roche taking Kaka's life, getting revenge.
And, like, I think that probably if Puppy survives there, he might not end up using the global. Or he would end up using the global right then. Maybe fight's over.
It was on cooldown anyway. It was just coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
KP just runs in, start to burn through it, and then the arrow as well. Oh, man. Second one comes through, the bash, stolen from Yapzor. Ugh.
Yeah. KP then it'll steal, but man, Yapzor just very good on the Rubik. He's making the hero look pretty good, though. Like, the arrow like that, coming in, getting another direct stun off the Wraith King. That's why Rubik can be so ridiculous. You can just keep getting these skills to chain stun people.
Definitely. And suddenly it's a 3,000 gold lead. This has been quite the turnaround. How do you play now if you're a newbie? Like, you were ahead, you're on these heroes that, you know, still can't find kills, it feels like. Do you need to try and play aggressive?
You gotta regroup. You gotta get your Blink Daggers up. Like, I think Faith is just gonna buy a Blink Dagger straight up. And they're gonna have Blink on Kaka, they're gonna have Blink on Faith and the Winter Wyvern, and there's gonna be a Blink Dagger on KP's already done. And you just go. You just run at them. Get back on the horse.
Alright, I'm with you. Let's see if they are going to do just that. Indeed, as 5 heroes top lane. The silence, it's big. They got the coil as well. On to 2. Bloodseeker's moving pretty quick right now as they take down both of them. And Faith just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Eul Scepter lift up. The Lina ends up hitting the Light Strike Array to try and slow them down a little bit, but now caught yet again. They lay down the silence on top of it. Good blink away from SCCC. Is going to miss the Light Strike Array there and eventually will be picked up by Yapzor.
They got on the horse a little too early.
A little bit.
That must have been it. Clearly. I don't know. They didn't have the Blink Dagger yet for Faith. You can see how desperately he needs one. He just curses this Clinks with no one around him. It's like, well, guys, sorry.
5,000 gold lead. This is just ballooning up right now for Secret. 16 to 12.
Yeah. Great initiation from Fada, too, and layering on top these double bubble strats, essentially, with the coil, and then right into the blood right. Nothing you can do. And then, if you manage to dodge those silences somehow from the Puck or the Bloodseeker, well, how about Global Silence? Good luck dodging that one.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts real bad. They missed the arrow. Fast fingers there, coming from Ace. Able to get away from it. Mid-1.
They need stuns here because when you run the support Ursa, you can't rely on the Basher. And that's why Ursa's look so good, right? Because he just blinks and he bashes people and people die. But support Ursa, the Basher, the Blink Dagger is already an uphill battle.
Right.
And you finally get that, and then you somehow have to get yourself into a Bash or 2 at a reasonable time. So he's relying on an arrow hitting or an initiation from SCCC, but not finding. And his Secret, again, seems to be reading these movements perfectly. Fada coming through. He has the Eon Disc. He can lead this. He's the one who's not smoked. Maybe trying to bait a bit.
Yeah, they have the global as well, but they're going to be able to find the silencer right at the get-go. He is dead.
Arrow to Fada, too.
Can they find any more? Mid-1, able to jump away with the BKB, still living for the moment. They're doing a lot of damage off to the side here. Can they bring down Mugi? They're trying to jump out, but Ace, now he's finding them in the back lines. Great Cold Embrace, though. That keeps alive Mugi for the moment. So 2 dead from Secret with only the Winter Wyvern gone, and they're going to try and chase Ace.
Yeah, mid-1's still just a bit too low to come back in, even with all that speed. And Ace will escape to the best place on the map, of course, the enemy territory, which Mugi not expecting this one.
Oh, the strafe, the Diffusal Blade. He does have 2 leaps, though, so got to time this absolutely perfectly, and will he do it? Global Silence. All right, that's what you needed.
Oh, wow. Easy mode. That's no fair. What's up with the training wheels?
Got to secure that one.
Really nice play there from Ace. Just taking the aggressive route. Probably just went back, checking the shrine and stuff, too, to see if they were going to be using that. And suddenly there's a low HP Mirana who has no shrine.
It's a good thing there weren't more. Like, he might have killed several if they were low HP coming back to that shrine.
Yeah, in the middle of that global, definitely possible. And I guess that also brings back why he went for the Eul Scepter over the Shadow Blade, is that you have an answer to the Global Silence for SCCC, but you do have to build into a BKB anyway.
Should check out what Yapsor has in his back pocket as well. He's got that Laguna Blade stolen, level 2. Might be a time to possibly smoke up and make some action happen if you're secret.
Yeah, he still has about 2/3 duration left on it, too.
Possibly wait for global, but might not need to. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they just go with Coil. That's all they really need, yeah.
So we'll have to watch for that as Newbee trying to rebuild this lead that they had, or just at least get back on the board, feels like right now. So they're down 6,000. And Mugi just farming up the jungle for whatever he's worth. It doesn't feel like Secret are in any sense of urgency at all.
No, not really. Looking towards that next Roche would be the big plan. I kind of wish that there was a better front line here. Like, the way the fights would look good for Newbee are these leaps coming in from the Wraith King, from the Winter Wyvern, and from the Ursa, but that means, like, who's being gone on first then? Is it your Lina? Is that what's supposed to happen? Is it your Mirana? These heroes are still very squishy, plus they have to itemize in towards silences too, which aren't really heavy stat items unless you're getting the full BKB. So SCCC, still pretty squishy, and they will find Poppy here.
I think he is... Well, they're actually thinking about TPing in and fighting this. Fata.
I mean, Bloodseeker's close enough.
No man's
Oh,
land.
that's a big
find
stun.
The stun. Oh, the phase shift, though. And now the coil. Onto
Neon
2.
Disc is too good.
They're thinking about chasing this.
Okay, Moonlight Shadow still going to help him.
They have down Sentry Wards as well. All of Newbee is here. I don't know if Secret want to fight. They have global backup when Puppy's alive, but he does not have buyback.
His Eon Disc got procced while he had an Arcane Rune, too. That is so sick.
Value.
This was a great item choice. He had the bots queued up for a while, and then he just died once to SCCC down bottom on that like random gank from the lean on to the puck, and he was like, huh, if I just buy Eon Disc, my game's going to go a lot better, because they do rely heavily on him for the Dream Coil. It just sets up mid one so nicely, and so much HP just drained away from their opponents, and so much damage and speed added to the Bloodseeker. Wow, they just bought the tome at 28 minutes? Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get those tomes. You got to shift queue those things. That could have been so impactful over the last 8 minutes.
You look at it, too. You're talking about KP going for that Aghanim. He's got the first point booster. Trying to make sure that his team can stay alive a little bit longer after they die. He's also just been spamming the taunt, which is lovely.
True.
Trying to find the stun. Gets them caught, but Fata going to jump away. He's throwing out the coils like candy.
And he has the Eon Disc back now, too. And Faith gonna be scouted out here, but he will get back. Looks like he was just outside the vision of the Bloodseeker.
Yeah. They instead are gonna run into Ace, and Faith gets the lift up there. He has Blink Dagger in just a second.
Ooh.
Nice jump away, and he's gonna throw out the smoke rings as well as he gets out of there. So
Okay.
BKB popped for Ace.
All right, nicely done. And BKB now finished up here for CCC.
I like that play. A lot of Winter Wyverns, I feel like, would have just cold embraced and then died because you're stuck there forever.
Yeah.
But sort of waiting it out. It's nice.
And not having to waste Curse, too.
Yeah. Definitely.
So Roche is about to reappear here. We'll see which teams have scouted it. Relatively quick, Roche this time.
It's also the 30-minute bounty runes, Moonlight Shadow to secure those.
Oh, so he's going to wander in. Oh, it's Roche.
Hello, hello.
So one pick off here could be enough for either team. Fata
They did see
leading
him.
the charge. They need him.
They realize that they're in the area. Now they spot the Roches up as well, so all of Secret in the area. Full knowledge for both teams. They spot out this Winter Wyvern. Gonna blink away.
Yeah, both teams will just lose their sentries.
God, this is so tense right now for Newbee. Again, if they want to make it to upper bracket, they got to win both of these. And you cannot afford to give away anything.
Yeah, you kind of wish if you're Fodder right now that I think that you buy bots because he's currently saving up for the scythe, but someone could be ratting at the moment.
KP, maybe the one that gets an issue on first. He just drops so quickly, but they do have that cold embrace keeping him alive. Jump forward, trying to find Ace as well. They have the enrage already. Fata brings him down low.
Faith got silenced.
He didn't have it. They drained all of his mana also. Ursa going to get ran after, and with no reincarnation, no buyback. Can they take this fight? SC trying to lay into them. He's doing a good bit of damage with that BKB out already. But can they find any more with mid one done? And Fata actually jumping forward for this. He wanted to kill off the Ursa. They just bring him down. Kaka
Ursa might die after the fact, though.
He's very, very low. Oh, cold embrace keeps him alive.
And now they're chasing Puppey.
They kill him off as well. No global, no real answer now. Secret, get the lift up as well onto Yapsor, but Ace turns on SC. He doesn't have a Yule Scepter, no teammates. He's just dead.
A bit too hungry there, and that might be enough to kind of stop Newbee. Maybe when KB comes back up, they'll consider going back into the pit, but at that point, the respawns are going to be back up, the Bloodseeker, the Puck, and excellent spacing by Secret coming into that one, but you could see how difficult of an area it was to fight for them because of the Winter's Curse still being available. They couldn't clump up on that staircase at all, so everyone's stuck back on this line, and it's just mid one up on the top of the stairs being focused down.
Yeah. And again, it looks like it could have been good there, like with no reincarnation or anything. And I think that's part of the reason why we've been seeing this Clink go the Diffusal Blade route, at least until you can get up into that level 20 talent for KP, which is a ways away. He needs a while.
Yeah, especially when you're not buying tomes. I don't know. Hopefully they bought this one. I can't tell.
Wow. Killing off Illusion there. As possibly Newbee again, eyeing up Roche. Refresher. Shard, always such a boon to any team, but I think in this one in particular, you've got like Winter Wyvern, it's amazing for. Lina, you could get the double off. Actually gave the tome over to the Lina, try and get her to level 20 talent.
Okay, yeah, very important one for Lina. Try and get more of that fiery soul going.
As they hang around.
We get a replay here too. So nice play by Newbee the way they set this up, right? They have KP way far out in front, clearly the obvious person you want them to go on. That's the dream. So they got that aspect. Faith gets silenced there as well as the global silence. So at least that was kind of a double layer happening for a lot of the team, like kind of unnecessary second sides. And this is that area we can see mid one's ahead and watch the spacing in the back line. Fada and Yapsor trying to stay back, but then it's Fada who gets caught with the curse, and that's what helps turn this because he can't perfectly sync up with the Bloodseeker.
And dropping the vision down there as well, right on the high ground, so they could spot all of the movements.
Oh, meanwhile, it's Secret who have gone aggressive. They're going to find a Triple C, but he will blink back. And then now, Secret are very aggressively postured, and Newbee are back in the pit. And so they get the scan.
Ace is like, all right, if you guys aren't here, I'm just going to go for your buildings.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern now coming back, thinking about holding this, has the blink, has the curse, and
they're
Secret.
bringing Fata as well. They see them all. If they try and
they're gonna
back at this
cancel!
point, they're going to be in trouble. They don't have a way out. They're caught there with the coil, but they managed to take down Roshan. Still, Faith is keeping the high ground safe for the moment.
Mid one was trying to TP back, but he got Winter's Curse, which also caught Puppey and Ace, so no one else could return to the pit.
All right, Enrage is there for Kaka. He's going to need to pop it right now. And, well, you know, I think you're willing to take this loss on Kaka for what you just gained.
Yeah, as long as everyone else gets out, it's going to be fine. But what a play by Faith to head back there and stop the potential TPs. Secret caught out there, maybe a bit too aggressive, and they lose a very important engagement near the Roche pit. Well, I guess the engagement was versus Roche, but either way, Secret weren't there, which counts as losing. And the Refresher Shard is now prepped here for SCCC.
Yeah, really good play. And, you know, you can see it coming from both ways as well. I think that Faith, I mean, both the big Winter's Curse down there by the shrine as well as the other one over here to the side, making sure that they weren't able to take the Tier 3 tower. Just really top tier supporting this game and showing why Winter Wyvern is such a highly prioritized pick in this tournament.
Yeah, and Dota Plus there you can see keeping this close, 55-45. In a very tight race for the group standings.
What's Ace gotten into next for himself? Has the Hurricane Pike, top of the BKB. Mugi also getting into the BKB. And
oh, I like this Yapsor going for the level 20 talent, the 300 telekinesis land distance. Very good when you're using things like the Blood Right on the ground, controlling the area, and then also for snapping that Dream Coil.
That man almost has an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, he's been given a ton of space in this game.
That's what you like.
He's also performing very well. He's 6'3" and 12, so.
You know, I've heard his Rubik is pretty good.
Someone's got to make this hero look good.
Fata's going to try and get these waves pushed out as well. Another one of the heroes that's just kind of fallen off for a while and haven't seen a ton of play, but showing that still can be viable.
Yeah, I think it fits this idea of like the 3.5, where you have an offlaner, but then you kind of have this secondary support that scales really hard into almost being another core. And Puck's good for that because there is this split pushing. We've seen support Pucks in the past work like this too, but look at this range of mobility they have.
They're trying to isolate one. The Hurricane Pike gets him to the high ground, though. Moogie pops the BKB after the Winter's Curse. They manage to find the stun. There's going to be a but she does have also the Refresher Shard.
Oh, and the bashes.
SEC wants to go in for another round. Ace isolated. They're able to take him down. Fata also going to be ran after with the Andus. It keeps him alive a little bit longer, but they might still be able to find the chase with 2 already dead. There's the Winter's Curse. Did they pass that one over? Did he have the Refresher Shard? Am I crazy?
Too good, baby. Yeah, they hand it right on over. Nicely done.
Oh, man.
And the mobility that's here, too, from Faith. Like, that Blink Dagger, such a good call to go back for that and not finish off the Aether Lens that he was thinking of. He's done
like,
so much
worry,
work
guys.
since getting it.
Don't worry, guys. I got my axe. It's fine.
Oh, man. I don't know. That will make a big difference if he can have the opportunity to steal these. But the problem is he still has no true mobility at him. He has a Yule Scepter, but it can be difficult. At least the range is ridiculous. Well... That was some good teamwork. The Ward and the Laguna Blade. Yeah, Aghanims is pretty nice for that.
That was pure damage.
850.
Whew.
He's like, guys, there's a ward there. They de-ward it now.
I mean, that's huge, right? I don't know if it necessarily stops the push from coming, but at least, like, they might be able to. Ace appreciated it.
Yeah, he deserves the tip on that one. But you're starting to see this gold filter through into the items on the Dire side. A BKB for the support Ursa. Kaka did so much work in that last fight. Bashes exactly when they needed them onto Ace. And the Enrage went during the whole Hurricane Pike duration, which is a big part of the burst damage coming from Ace right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and here's a replay here. So it starts off with Faith coming from the high ground with that Blink Curse. Instantly started.
Yeah, very solid.
And then you can see Kaka with the Enrage gets it off before the Silence. And yeah, I'm not even sure when they pass this thing over. But there it is. Pop from Faith.
They must have done it?
Yeah.
Jeez. Because I didn't see it on him at the start of the fight. He might have had it.
It's true. But we're just going to say they passed it over because that's way cooler.
That really is.
Yeah, so we'll go with that.
It's the better storyline. Kaka, level 20 now on the support Ursa. Enraged duration is the pickup. And you can see... I mean, again, it feels like it is so topsy-turvy, and it depends on how these team fights start. Do you feel like either side is pulling ahead of the other?
I just love how we're still calling it support Ursa when KP's level 17 and has about 50 less lasted. So.
That's fair. I guess it is more support Wraith King.
Yeah.
Condolences to everybody that picked KP in their fantasy.
That would be me.
Oh no.
I think. I don't recall anymore. Oh, I got my boy Fada actually. Yo, let's go. Puck, please. Yapsor, can you hand over some farm? So he didn't go for the bots. He has the Scythe, and are they looking for a smoke here? I believe we are. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, whoa. What a scan from the Dire. Perfectly places them all.
Now, I mean, it's not
that arrow is Ace.
But they do find him.
It's tempting. It's like, there we go. And they're not so sure about it.
I mean, the initiation range that you get from Faith is just so huge that, like, you've got to be careful as Secret at this point.
Well, they're also playing with the night vision talent, too, which is super helpful.
Right. That extra little bit of range, you can see them. And 40 minutes into it, it's still feeling neck and neck. 1 or 2 big steals from Yapsor. A big Winter's Curse here or there, depending on who you find.
Very patient play from Newbee. They see no one really pushing out this wave. Now they see it's just orbs happening like this and the puck plinking back. They're probably going to ditch and assume that no one's actually coming. But giving a lot of respect here to Secret.
Looks like they're trying to double up on Sheep Six as well, as Ace has that one queued up. But still a ways away from picking it up. He might change that over in a little while. And Newbee just going around his 5. Do not want to get one hero picked off away from the rest. You also have that Wraith King talent in just a few levels.
KP's still dancing.
Loves to.
Yeah, but the skeletons. You gonna forego your friends like that?
It's true, man. I think so in this game.
I think as long as he gets the no reincarnation mana cost, I'd like to see him get the blade mail next.
Okay.
Because very handy.
Secret's done a good job of, again, setting up these lanes into a good position and dodging away from the strength. I mean, SCCC still has the cheese. And they do have that ag stun for KP, like we were talking about.
Well, they're holding the high ground over here. But Yapsor will show the orb goes through. That's going to let them know they're all there.
Yeah. And they actually ping out where they think a ward is as well, but it's just a sentry up top.
Yeah, you have to put a sentry there as the radiant because you have a gem, but you can't actually see up there without it.
Yeah. Yapsor hanging on to that Laguna Blade. It is going to expire in just a few as the smoke comes out. He'd love to get this one off before the fight
Shiva's
really
guard
breaks
delivered
out.
SCCC.
The pings are there, and Fata realizing people are in the area. They are walking into a sentry ward that's up on the high ground, but they find him. Bloodseeker right at the start. There's the global that comes out after the fact. They jump in with Fata, immediately going to be hexed, but he gets the Aeon Disc off, and now trying to chase down one. Mid one in trouble. Can they kill off any? They turn their sights now onto Ace, trying to bring him down low as Fata still getting brought down. Faith, SCCC, and Mugi, they're caught on one side of
Ace in the back line.
Can they actually take them down? Ace is just destroying him, burning through that mana, but now he's isolated away from the rest of his team. Mugi down low, but he gets the cheese off. Great reactions, able to get it in time. KP, he's coming back in just a second as a big spooky ghost, and they're running these heroes down. SC is still living through this, able to find the kill. 4 dead, but meanwhile, Fata picks up another one. That salvages this in a lot of ways.
Under attack.
Couple of heroes going down right near the end there. 1,250 gold for Fata, pretty even spread across the board. Very even experience. You can see about 1,800 for 4 of the heroes on Newbee, so they get the gain overall. But individually, that's almost 6k experience for our now level 24.5 puck.
Are you kidding me? All right, that puts him in a really good position. I mean, he still has a ton of room to grow on this puck. And getting into that 420 GPM talent, I mean, it's a game changer. Start handing out moon shards.
Yeah, I think so. Roche is going to be respawning in 1:40, so this Ursa illusion will not be able to scout out the whole thing. And we'll get a replay here. I think the problem for Secret and why this wasn't a total cleanup is that they just did not get the initiation they wanted. Not that it was that great from Newbee either, but Fata didn't get any sort of a big Dream Coil or a Hex off.
Yeah, and they popped the BKB there, wanted to try and focus down one. And it was a good play by Ace also to go for the wraparound here, seeing if he can catch them on the backside. But Newbee, again, they just stay together as this ball.
Very, very clumped up there. Kaka was like hitting Ancients there for a bit, but yeah, Mugi.
And I think
that cheese was so close.
Also, yeah, that's the cheese. Or Razor's Edge. Everybody's so low. And, you know, the Wraith King Ags putting in some work.
So there it is, the 420 GPM picked up. And Tome's returning, another one picked up at 43 minutes. You need some sticky notes on those Newbee monitors, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tomes, 10, 20, 30, 40. Don't let those things sit around.
Gotta stick with them. They went for the Cold Embrace cooldown on Wyvern for the talent at 20. One of the spells that's been able to keep heroes in this game, it feels like. There is still a lot of magical damage coming out from Secret right now. But a part of the hero that's kind of feel like it's been overlooked, particularly in the laning stage.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely still the weakest part of the hero in most games. And this one, it's pretty good. Other than the bad setups for a couple of the spells from the Radiant, it is saving people virtually every single fight versus Ace. Unfortunately, the talent's still pretty terrible for the Arctic Burn slow, so we'll get the Cold Embrace.
You see that Clinks is right nearby as he picks up that Arcane Rune and runs away.
Can't believe Kaka actually got into that Abyssal Blade. I thought that was a pretty lofty goal at the time he'd queued it up, but with now a 1k lead and leading this game, he'll have it for himself.
Roche back up again. It's got another Refresher Shard. But it does seem like if you're going to try and go in for that, it needs to be off the back of a couple of pickoffs. And Fata pushing out this top lane here. They run into a Mugi. He gets the sheep stick off, but there's the Winter's Curse. And now with the global to follow it, they're just going to start pummeling into this guy. Managed to get his Aeon Disc proc, and the jump away, not going to happen. Put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, they'll just dump everything on him, and then there you go.
Oh, because Roche, it's happening. They're trying to take this down, and I mean, he pulled them all the other side of the map. This is huge for Secret. That is such a good play. He comes back in and secures them the Roche.
Okay, we got a game.
I'd like to see him maybe give that one over to Fata since he doesn't have buyback. But, I mean, if you're going to go in as Bloodseeker, why not? So
All right. So goals for either team at this point. True itemization now for Yapster with the Blink Dagger. That's a pretty big deal. I think the split push is going to end up becoming a problem for Newbee. Feels like Fada is going to have that pretty well on lock. They're going to need some boots of travel starting to be picked up here, I feel, for SCCC and Mugi. But that's, of course, going to open them up to some much riskier split pushing situations. Like, you saw what it took for them to kill Fada.
Yeah.
It took virtually everything. And every time he's Eon Disc up, it's going to be very difficult for 2 or 3 heroes to kill him.
Well, and it only gets more difficult as the game goes on. This guy going in for more defensive items has a Lincoln Sphere queued up as well. And he's going to get it rather rapidly.
Yep. Look at that GPM go. Jeez. Puck is rich. Oh, he switched over to the Aghanims. Also a great choice. All these BKBs.
Yeah, they don't have many ways to try and like break it through BKB. Obviously, if Rubik can get the lift up as they're caught in the coil, it's pretty good. But nonetheless, it's only about a 1,000 gold lead. The more important thing is how are you taking these objectives? And Secret have taken all of the tier 2s. Newbee still have all of the ones remain to be taken. Got to get in there. It's not easy though.
No, Faith trying to put down some wards, but gems abound here. Looks like for the Dire side, they currently own the only one. Yeah, they own both. Okay.
And look at this. Like you force so many rotations. Clinks comes in. If your waves aren't pushed out, then this building took about a third of its HP in just like a couple of seconds. Cheap stick. All right.
Got to get those catapults, man. They hurt the tower.
Yeah, it's true.
Trying to help your friend.
Get him out of here. And
Secret have been playing very patient this whole game, and I don't expect that to change very soon.
Newbee just playing together as 5. Over and over again. Not wanting to give anything away. I don't know. So what's sort of the answer for this split pushing style that we're seeing from Secret? Do you need to split up and try and get waves pressured out? Do you need to try and smoke and anticipate their movements?
I think they're just playing really cautiously with Fada, where like they're not even leaving Fada really on his own anyway. So it's not like the split push is getting out of hand.
Right.
They are going to go for the smoke play though, and the orb will maybe lull them into the false insecurity.
Mid one's kind of in no man's land, but that ward would have spotted him if they moved too far forward. Pick up a haste rune. I think that one was within vision. No, not quite.
No.
So instead, it's just going to be a backup. Farm up some more. Get into that next set of items. But they are farming against a puck that has the 420 GPM talent.
It's true. Helping out his allies, getting some bots, probably into some bots too at some point too. Making sure that Fada can be there for every single fight. I did like the Lincolns, if he wants to go back for that and ditch his bottle.
I wouldn't mind seeing something like a Dagon too, just like finish off these heroes. How many times have we seen everybody just like incredibly low?
Looks like they're going for a counter smoke here potentially with Fada returning mid.
Ace getting close to that level 25 talent. There is a scan going to be off the mark. But they were also underneath this ward. This ward is so good in the dire jungle.
Oh yeah, from the high ground there. That's a very sneaky one.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, like you have to commit your own observer ward up there, but they're gonna know if you do.
Well,
so Clinks
there
has
they
a scythe, Puck has a scythe. Yeah, I think they saw them put them up there. It was pinged like right when it got put down.
Okay. Faith. They're moving over. They anticipate Fata over in this area. Does he go for it? Doesn't look like it yet. They don't have the nighttime vision. They look for him. Fata, he's out of there. Oh, so close.
Yeah, that was your Puck with no buyback for 3.5 minutes, I believe. So, bit dicey there.
Lena doesn't have a TP scroll ready in there. They're about to start pushing this up a little bit.
It's true. I'm not sure if they know though. But Ace is gonna force them.
And that's a tier 3 tower dead.
Okay, shrines are ours.
Hex as well.
On the Kaka.
Steal Enrage and run away. That's an Ags Enrage. That's pretty good.
That is so sick for a Rubik.
Oh my god.
You just can't initiate on this guy.
Yeah.
They have no way of dealing with that.
So the Aegis is going to expire, but it is also going to be one shrine down as Secret sort of slowly building up this lead. And to me, at least, it feels like they're kind of in complete control of this game.
They are, but they also can't fully dictate a high ground push at this point. The team defense from side Newbee is very brutal. Like, you have to kill everyone 3 times, essentially, because they're all going to have buyback, and they're all going to be Wraith forms. And they're just going to be clumped up in their high ground. You have to fight into Winter's Curse and Moonlight Shadow. There's a really hard high ground push.
Yeah. Of course, you keep on trying to push into that one. You throw away a lead a little bit once or twice, and suddenly this game looks even again, or possibly swinging back into the favor of Newbee. Puppy.
Oh, he went for
When he
the
gets
arrows.
initiate on right at the start, he's just dead.
Arrows over the Moonlight Shadow.
That's what
Very interesting. Yeah, we saw a couple times today, but that Moonlight permanently is so irritating to deal with. However, going high ground, it doesn't help you all too much, so I guess I can understand. Curse onto the high ground from Faith. He really wants to go into Yapsor. But Yapsor has the enrage, remember?
Well, he gets arrowed, still hanging on to it for the moment.
And he actually popped it.
And instead, it's going to be a steal of the Wraith Fire Blast, pulling him pretty far back. They have the Rupture as well. KP standing still for the moment. I don't think he's too concerned. And in the meantime, they were also pressuring the top lane while Fata's cutting through creep waves, threatening the courier.
Can't quite get it. And yeah, KP was able to just walk away eventually. And Ace. Let's see if they catch some heroes on the way back. All right, well, Fata obviously making his presence known here. And it's the full ball of Newbee coming. Ace boldly staying ahead.
DD for Kaka.
Also a gem on that Ursa. Ace has to be a little bit careful. Oh, that triple arrow.
Oh my God, just
it's on!
They saw him!
The
Oh my
triple
God,
arrow!
Mission! They catch Ace there. He pops the enrage to try and run him down. Can they find this? It doesn't look like
He's
it.
a bit too slow on it. Wow, the triple arrow just about got them a very important kill. Bottom lane, Fata doing his thing.
Newbee just being pulled around the map at this point. Like, even if you get a moment that looks like it could be good, spotting out the Clinks, trying to run him down, it's too tough.
Yeah, and Fata is going to commit in for the Lincoln Sphere. Definitely like this choice. Doesn't have buyback anyway, but he's still just... Yeah, he's only 200 away.
No, it's just a couple minutes. It's a sheep stick for the Lina as well. Everybody getting farmed in this one, and they drop the Winter's Curse. Would have loved to have that Lincoln Sphere just a second later. The arrow not going to connect. Late strike array possibly there. They have the Aeon Disc and then the jump away.
He's
Fata's
so
fine.
hard to kill. It's virtually impossible.
And this is before the Lincoln Sphere. Like,
yeah,
it's going to be a tough one. Well, 53 minutes into the game, and it is still only 1,000 gold lead.
Yeah, and we're back to the same old story. 30 seconds until Roche is up. I don't know. Secret got duped once for a Newbee Roche, and then it felt like Newbee got duped for a Secret Roche, and maybe this time the Roche will just be the actual battleground.
Vision-wise, there is one ward in the area for Newbee, but it's Secret that hold a really cool one over here to the side. Kind of gets good vision over the whole area.
Yeah, they have to put these sneaky wards because they don't have the gem. So they're trying to find areas where you can put wards that aren't scouted by someone just walking past the gem. And they've hit like 4 or 5 spots already, which is very impressive that they have these already.
The other danger is it's always a possibility that Ace just pushes in. So you're going to have down bottom Fata trying to push that in, but they have found another one. Yapsor just dead.
Oh,
now
they get their gem back.
Although their base at the meantime, Fata's pushing in one side. They've got Ace pushing in the other side.
Oh, the Searing Arrow's multi-shot, so devastating. And there's, again, not a TP for SCCC. They can't see that, though. And so it's just Fata who gets the majority of the chip damage. Ace will run into the Lina here, who's on her own. But he's not going to be feeling too confident to go after that, I wouldn't imagine.
This entire time, Silencer's been holding on to the Refresher Shard as well, so they do have
DD
double
rune.
global.
Ace has got to be thinking about things. Oh, in here.
Fata.
It is Fata, though.
They have the Rupture down as well. That's the coil onto 2, seeing if they can find the kill. One global silence is already up with the DD rune. Look at it go to work. They did not stand a chance, and they have themselves another global if they need it, as Puppy did pop that one, and Ace is just sitting over here laying into them. They do manage to find him, though. SCCC trying to bring him down low. Can they kill him off? Still running away. Ace trying to deal with this. He still hasn't popped his BKB. Finally does now, and mid one on top of Moogie. They're laying into them as he jumps forward into his death. They kill off Puppy,
So
but
many
it might
buybacks.
not be worth it. Another buyback comes out. Absolutely everybody from Newbee is buying back. A triple kill for Ace as they chase forward for more. Does Lina want to buy back too? I don't know if this is a fight that they can take anymore, but KP and Kaka keep running forward. That was huge for Secret.
Yeah, that is 4 buybacks for Newbee, 2 for Team Secret, and well, Secret only gained about 500 gold, but it's a 5K loss for the side of Newbee. That cost 2,300 gold for Amarana between the death and the buyback.
And you know, as always is the case in these late game scenarios, the biggest thing is that cooldown on the buyback. Only Lina has it now. And they're trying to go in for Roche, but Bloodright is being spammed from outside, and Kaka going in for this. He does have his level 25, so the status resistance is what he's decided to go for. They throw in missiles, they throw out everything, and Hex for the moment, they managed to find the Winter's Curse onto 1, but is it going to be enough? Ace is still just trying to tear them apart, and Kaka taking a lot of the brunt of this damage. The Hurricane Pike to push him back as well. And meanwhile, mid one just rolling forward. They're going to, again, Cold Embrace Kaka, doing a lot of value in this one.
They
but
gotta
can
get
they kill
Ace.
him off? That's actually going to be Yapsor dead as well for 2 minutes. Ace is just completely destroyed them. Do they have any control? Do they have anything at all? They can see him, but the Wraithfire Blast, it goes out. No! He went out of vision! And now dodging the arrows. They don't know where this guy went. They're all running the wrong direction. Oh, no.
He stood tall for so much that fight. Just able to stand there. I can't believe how many of them survived. Newbee were just able to ignore him. I thought that fight was going to be a lost cause for sure. But now they're back in the pit. They've driven off Secret. Buyback is still ready for the Clinks and the Bloodseeker, but they can't get into this engagement. And that's going to be Aegis Cheese Refresher. And the creeps are banging at the tower. Faith will TP the mid, and Ace is going for the play. He wants these racks up here.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He needs to be so careful, though. He's going to instead go for the Winter Wyvern first because he knows a Winter's Curse would destroy him. There's the Hex. There's the jump, the silence, and soon to be the kill. Can they get out, though? It looks like possibly arrows. It's not going to be there.
Looks like KP missed his blink. It's stuck in the trees. It'd be cut out there, too. So it might have been another avenue cut off, but
They maintain the gem. It's on the Wyvern.
also not losing the racks pretty important, too.
That's a good one. 8,000 gold lead for Secret, but it's also them that's been sort of pulled into this buyback wars. Right now, the only ones with buyback in the game are the Clinks and the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and Newbee have all the bad timers going. So there is a chance that once Puppies is up, perhaps, they want to start pressing forward a little bit. However, the fact that they got the Aegis, the Gs, and the Refresher on the Dire is likely going to be enough to just hold back any threats from Secret. KP has turned himself into quite a beast now, too. Like, the fact that he has this Aghanim Scepter, he has the Refresher Shard, so he didn't go for the Reincarnation mana cost, and I think it was because he wants to be, like, focused down by Ace. Like, Ace is... It's pretty hard for Ace to Diffusal through 1,300 mana, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
It should be fine. I don't think it's a big deal. He has a Scythe.
The Sheep Stick, that's the...
It'll be okay. So now he has double Scythe, and then possibly double Ult, although that's pretty unlikely because you're probably going to want to use both your Scythes like in tandem or something. So we're pressing forward now with the Global Silence. Everyone here. Ace with the DD. They maybe could try and start a fight mid. Ace is going to hope there's no detection here.
There is a Sentry Ward down.
Ace just goes high ground, under the vision.
They're thinking
Look
about
at
it.
his racks go.
They're just completely gone, but they find the Hex out from KP and now isolating him. They're turning into Ace, and he's down low. BKB out, he's able to walk away on the other side of it. KP, or Kaka rather, brought down low as well. SCCC does not able to find Puck in the face.
Oh, he gets
but
him the
there's
stun.
the stun. Nicely done. Mid one also running. And it looks like they're going to get out. Although... KP Chase.
They were so close to killing Ace.
Refresher blink. Do it. No, that's just a single blink. And there's going to be the Hex follow-up. Mid one. They don't realize he's there. There's the second Hex. They got him caught.
Oh, they don't want Silencer anymore.
This is a big kill, taking down the Bloodseeker and heals back up. After the fact, Yapsor also is dead. Secret is falling apart.
In bottom lane, Ace is trying to make a play on the Winter Wyvern.
Can they kill him off? Oh my god, Ace. You can't keep letting him get away with this. He is just running wild in this game.
Oh, KP's going to try and make a play. He's got the gem. He's got the blink. Oh, can't quite get him, though. Good juke by Ace. In fact, he's going right back up to the other rack. Don't you do it.
Oh my god.
I thought the madman was going to go back in, but he's just going to the lane.
Man, and still, like, the fact that you right now have 2 heroes dead for 70 seconds with no buyback, and it
Puppy
feels so hard to do anything at all, though Puppy chased does not
So I was
have...
wondering what happened there, but his Eon Disc, the stash resistance actually
wait a
ridiculous
minute.
against the bash.
Ace shows up, though, and just turns to Kaka. He pops his BKB. Doesn't have enraged, though. He's going to lose the gem.
That status resistance just saved Puppy so hard. That was ridiculous. You think you can just combo someone down so easily as Ursa, and he just starts walking again.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, it's pretty rough. And they don't have buyback on either the Winter Wyvern or the Ursa, but Newbee still smelling blood and feeling like this is something they can do at this point. Moogie is so strong.
Yep. He has a minute left on this Aegis, but it doesn't make you feel that safe right now, I don't think, though, because like if he goes down here, I feel like he's just going to be stuck for a second one. But the buyback's not going to come out for mid one.
And look at Ace again, turns forward. They try and lay into him, jumps forward.
Okay, so he'll pop his BKB for that, and that means he might just err on the cautious side here for a bit.
61 minutes, 6,000 gold lead for Secret, but the respawn times and, more importantly, the buyback status is soon to be in the favor of Secret.
That's going to even us up here, though, in terms of potential for taking Shrines. Now Newbee can go on down and get the one near the Roche Pit for Team Secret and try and control up that next fight, because that's basically where we're at now. We just think about Roche all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, we started with Roche. We'll end with Roche, probably. That's how this game goes. Level 25 talent for that Lina. Anybody else that's not 25 yet?
No, we're all there.
Puppy.
Oh, sorry. And Puppy.
Poor Puppy.
So yeah, plus 2 second global silence. That seems pretty sick with these BKBs winding down. Don't think he's got quite enough damage for the glaives to be worth it.
Probably not. Now the Serena Multi shot, we've already seen it. And the Blood Right cooldown for the Blood Seeker. Been able to spam that to great effect. We have the Splinter Blast 2-second stun as well.
has fallen.
And then the Wraithfire Blast with the Reincarnation.
If YapzOr manages to get Laguna Blade, that is going to be disgusting. That is so much damage.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Gonna need to guard that one really, really well. So
Newbee feel the desire to leave their base. 2 heroes showing, backed up by allies nearby. I would love to see an Eon Disc on Faith, too. I feel like he's still very crucial. He was the one who was winning them those mid-game team fights. And they're going to need him once more, and that would help for these ace solo pickoffs, too.
He's also getting into the buyback status. Pretty much, it's only going to be Lina in a second without it.
That triple arrow almost connected onto YapzOr, but it gave them the vision. Pinged out now from Moogie.
I mean, that's the thing that's so strong about it. It's not even the hit.
But at the same time, you know, practically infinite Moonlight Shadow is also pretty good vision, especially because they keep winning the gem battle. I mean, it's currently on Puppy, but he's not always going to be in the front line.
And if he is, you're pretty happy with that. Just blow that guy up.
Yeah.
Oh, Winter's Curse. Stolen Winter's Curse. Scary situation. And Winter Wyvern dead. And that's what you're talking about, that Aeon Disc. Would have been nice.
Ooh, that is a nice ticket to high ground. Bots 2 is now purchased on Fada, but he doesn't have them. They're back in the base.
I mean, that's like the best high ground defense ability that Newbee have right now is Winter's Curse. And now Secret have it and they don't.
Bit of an issue here.
Identifying these timings so key to being able to win these late game team fights. And the last tier 3 tower soon to be taken as it's only on 18 HP in the mid lane.
So the cheese is on Kaka and the shard is on KP. Double scythe is what we're looking for. And there's the bots too.
Wow. The initiation comes out. A long lift pulls him away. KP going to be coming back in just a second. The Wraithfire Blast is there as well. The Light Strike Ray connects, but there's the Sheep Stick going forward onto the Lina. Resetting the fight.
Only a 40-second CD now for KP, so not a big deal. That's basically just a creep wave away, right? They still have to wait for that to come back, so just nuke the next creep wave and you'll be fine.
Again, buybacks. Everybody has it right now except for the Ursa, and they're hoping to be able to hold off on buying back on the Winter Wyvern. When Wyvern's back, we'll have Winter's Curse available.
Oh, Ace is in. There's no detection.
They have the Hex, though, right away. He's just dead.
He just got jebaited so hard. They had the gem on the Wraith King that whole time.
Oh, my God. And now Puppy. They need to get out of here. They have Global, but YapzOr did steal Laguna Blade. That is a ton of damage.
He just walked up there. They thought the Lincolns would be enough.
No, it clearly was not, and now they've found themselves another one. Silencer also dead. They both have buyback. KP refreshes. thinking about chasing, but was silenced. In top lane, you've got Faith just defending against the push from the creeps.
I think they were trying to find some sort of a cheeky play with the Blood Raged Rubik, right? Because he had Blood Rage and he had the Stolen Laguna Blade. And maybe the two of them, yeah, they're going to go for a solo play. They can easily kill Faith. Wow, Ace just got blown up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The only problem is that they can't really push out and get too much done, so it's only a fight inside your own base. It's not the end of the world for Team Secret.
Wouldn't it be crazy if that ended
up?
Oh,
there they go. Ooh, just look, the Lincolns popped on SCC. Couldn't get off the lift in time.
I mean, it really is like those couple of kills haven't changed the game that much. Like, nobody had to buy back. Oh, Hex. Wraith King. Wanting to chase, but not happening. And Roche going to be assaulted now. And this does change things as Newbee going to be able to secure themselves another round of Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Shard.
Yeah, shouldn't be an issue here.
Still
13,000 HP looks like nothing.
There's still 2 tier 2 towers on either side lane. Like, Newbee have a lot of objectives left to claim. That plus the shrines.
And all 5 buybacks. For both sides, but more importantly just like for Secret. In terms of if you actually try to push high ground, go for some game-ending play, it's not going to be that easy.
Definitely feels like the right play here. Get some vision down, secure these objectives, and it is going to be the puck going back for the Dagon now.
So that'll remove the Lincolns from the inventory, though.
Maybe you can swap it in after the Aeon Disc procs or something?
Yeah, or the ulti, too. The other option. Just throw your Dream Coil and then switch out your Ags.
Yeah. But it is Kaka beaten into this along with SCCC. They throw out arrows. Apparently, Dota Plus favoring Secret at the moment as bottom lane is pressured in from Ace. And it looks like Newbee are going to be content with their push along the top side of the map.
Yeah, it's hard not to favor the team that seems to have the better split push, and I think we can give that to Secret. Just the way Fada's been playing this whole game, having the bots too, just constantly going later and later. He has so much gold that he is almost to the point where he buys Moon Shards. Like, it's just this last Dagon recipe, and he's just hit the surplus for it, so. Yeah, Fada cannot carry the gem, though. He's way too rich for that.
Definitely should be buying wards, though.
That's true. That is the worst feeling.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. So they have 3 minutes on the Aegis, and I don't know if Newbee are going to feel confident trying to go for just a straight-up high ground push. I mean, I guess in a way, Secrets isn't as scary to push into as Newbee is.
Yeah, these games get into this weird moment where you just look for somebody out of position, and it's not like a good ward-based game, really, when it gets this late in Dota, because you don't have these typical, like, smokes that lead into a bunch of wards laid down, and then someone has to be there by themselves pushing and stuff. It's just, late-game Dota gets weird. It's all different, and it's all just over in a flash.
Yeah.
Like, a team fight will just erupt in the oddest place because of a single, like this courier, just, like, floating by to a certain part of the map. You know, any ward that spots that courier going, that's kind of stuff that can just give away an entire game. Fortunately for Newbee, there's nothing there.
But Newbee is spotted here. Kaka by the ward, which they missed with the gem.
All right, both teams heading towards the other's base. Mid one will lose the game of chicken and return first.
And as far as TPs go, they have bots on just about everybody, so Mugi can start to assault this tower.
Ace is going to get that Rax, though. If they can just hold them here, Fada, oh, I know that's got to be tempting. A 5-man Dream Coil. Is he going to stop this TP?
He's thinking about it. No, they're not going to go for it.
They can't see. They force out the glyph top. They were in prime TP canceling position, but Secret again patient.
That Shiva's guard just barely clipped him, so he knew Lina was there, at the very least.
Well, you know Secret just took a timer on that glyph for sure, so it's going to be another 4.5 minutes until that's going to be back for the side of Newbee, and now we play the rat game. Fada in one lane, Ace in the other. Try and create a scenario where you can easily chip away these buildings. And
yeah, and again, it's just like, it's one of these things where you just have to play it as perfectly as you can. 180 gold for the bounty rooms there, because every single game matters for these players. Like, you want to get out of lower bracket if you're Newbee right now, and Secret, likewise, not wanting to drop anything at all because there's a chance that they could fall into it.
Yeah. The best thing Newbee have going for them, honestly, right now is this night vision on the Winter Wyvern, because that's the thing that can win you one of these stupid team fights that appear out of nowhere, is that you're the one who's going to have the first vision because of this talent.
Yeah. Fight around the night. 70 minutes in. It's a 4,000 gold lead. Buyback status has not changed in a very long time.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow. So the last time Secret saw them, it was all in the mid lane. Now the illusion's coming through, finds no one. They don't know if they're invis. They're not sure what's going on. Oh, the blink forward.
They see
Puppy
vision.
knows they're on top.
They're looking for him, looking for that opening. They find the Hex. Are they just going to give up their captain? I think that that's the answer, because you do not want to take this fight when you don't have the vision around him. Still has buyback. Newbee going to defend the top lane because they know that it's going to be pressured in from Fata. But it's a start.
That was a great Moonlight Shadow. Went right through the puck illusion, and Secret thought they were safe.
Yeah. I mean, it is still like, that doesn't necessarily open up all that much for Newbee to do because you can always just buy back global, right? Like, start stacking refresher orbs.
It's not the hero they wanted, but it takes away from your ability to really split push and rat as much as possible because you don't really want to have to buy back his Puppy, but if he's alive, he doesn't necessarily mind dropping the global for you at this point.
Yeah.
He's going to have his refresher shard soon on Puppy as well. He's a 5,200 gold surplus.
Jeez. Late game Dota.
So that's going to be
+2 global.
Yeah, refresher shard double.
16 seconds of global silence. Ooh.
Yeah, and if you look at these heroes, I mean, there's the BKB is 5 seconds on Mugi. Ooh, that could be pretty devastating. But they have a lot of damage when they're not silenced, too.
Right,
Don't rely on it that hard.
Until Silencer is back, our Newbee trying to test the waters. I mean, they're thinking about it. They're throwing out arrows. Hit there onto Clinks.
Got him.
They need to hit all three, I think, for them to really think about going.
Yeah.
And again, it's just backing out, getting vision, making sure that Secret don't have any of it.
Look how far back they're able to sit, too. We haven't even talked about the Blood Right cooldown. That just lets you keep waves back forever. Fade Bolt combined with the Puck. I mean, they only really need the Blood Right.
So late game Dota is weird, you say?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Bloodseeker, where's this hero gonna go? Like, I'm trying to figure out, because you've got all of this gold on these guys. You could start trying to transition into something else. He's right now got an AC queued up.
Yeah, he's definitely a utility kind of guy, where he's looking for those really good plays with the Abyssal Blade and the Halberd, trying to control up the Lina and the Mirana, and just create space for Ace.
In a way, I feel like sort of the Rupture becomes much less important as the game goes on, where it's like it no longer is this thing where, I mean, the fight's going to happen regardless, right? And everybody, it feels like you almost need that burst damage in a way.
Yeah, everyone's generally able to stand their ground a lot better in the late game when they have a lot of items, and people have way more HP. Sometimes people just run right through it because it's just too much HP at this point. But the heroes on the dire side, that's not really that true. Like the Ursa and the Wraith King especially, but some of the squishiers like the Lina and the Mirana perhaps.
Smoked up right now. They're kind of looking like they might want to do something. Mirana has picked up a Nullifier.
Now that's a good item in the late game.
That one's pretty great. Oh. KP. They are smoked up still. I believe they might have spotted them.
Need some of these arrows. There they go.
Secret.
Puppy?
Oh
my god. The dissipation of that arrow was so close.
Oh, jeez.
He was probably a bit too far at that point either way, but... And then again, you'll take anything.
Everybody's just so afraid. And again, like last day of group stage, TI, this is potentially, you know, talking about whether you're playing a couple of best of threes for like, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars or out in the first round, as they have found Silencer. Puppy already initiated on the arrow as he force-stabbed forward, and now they stole themselves a couple of arrows as well, trying to turn it back against the mid one. Caught for the moment. They blow up one right from the get-go, but Mirana is going to be sticking around a little bit longer because of that Wraith King Aghanim Scepter. They chasing down, and on the other side, Puck, but there's going to be the Winter's Curse thrown back against them. Lina in trouble. They steal over the Dragon Slave now as well. Fata gets the silence onto several, and that's the global. The blink away. KP is still kind of in there. They bought back on the Mirana, saying, this is the fight that we want to take. Going to throw out another round of arrows in just a second. They blow up the Wraith King one time. Can they find another? They take down Fata. Fata. He has buyback as well. Now looking forward to the side. They take down the Bloodseeker. That's 2 dead for
Oh,
Secret.
the start was so good, and now they're chasing Puppy once more. The Eon Disc is back up, though.
All right, does he have another round of it? No more global silences. This is Newbee streaming ahead.
And it's a very early Roche spawn. Only 20 seconds away now. And with the arrows, you got to think there's a vision advantage for the Radiant. So buybacks were used by the Bloodseeker as well as the Mirana, 1 per team. Ace doing 7,000 damage to that team pipe, but still not enough to take it.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And I think Clinks is one of these heroes that sort of, you know, we haven't seen a lot of leading up to this tournament, right?
Yeah.
And so it's weird thinking about him in these late game scenarios. But, you know, Syrian arrows, they are a flat damage percentage increase, so that becomes less and less valuable as the game goes on. Strafe obviously scales incredibly well, but Syrian arrows just flat.
Well, it is the Roche now for them with ease. Found it in the pit.
Desolina.
I like the Aegis for Mugi, too. I feel like he's been focused down very quickly in these engagements.
Buyback status right now. You have it.
Yeah. She's got her own buyback via Aegis, of course.
You don't have it on the Bloodseeker, though, who did use it a little bit earlier. And right now, Puck trying to hang on to his. Fata.
Jeez, KP goes to the bold play, just thinking maybe they're not ready for it.
And he is gone so quickly, but the Wraithfire Blast, Reincarnation coming back in a second. He gets Hex. They have the Lincoln Sphere, Cold Embrace as well.
The arrow hits!
They're able to hit him. Force Staff forward as well. They're able to take down one. Clinks is dead. He needs to buy back here. Although maybe they're just willing to save the buyback and say, we don't care about this first lane of barracks.
Jeez, what a play there.
Now they're going to buy back on him. Mugi also needs to be careful there. The Rupture, but then the forward pull, and now the secondary one. Still hanging around for the moment. The Cold Embrace keeping him alive. Blood Right span, and a lot of damage out onto one. That's going to be KP coming back in a second. They've caught themselves. At least for the moment, the Bloodseeker, he's dead. He's going to buy back. They buy back on the
Ace
Silencer.
the last
Global
hope.
comes out. I don't think that this is going to be enough, though. Yapzor's down as well. Can they hold out without mid one?
Oh, if they lost Ace there, it would have been over.
Chase
Question
forward.
is, will Newbee get out? This game's definitely not done quite yet.
Dagons. Dagon.
Ace really needs this chase down. Arrow from Yapzor won't hit.
KP is 13 seconds away from having Reincarnation again.
Oh, he wants to go back in. He's got 2 cheeses on him, but
There's
he's
no-
going to head back home.
Yeah, they realize this wave is pushing in, and they're going to lose barracks otherwise. But
Yapzor,
this
he goes in.
Leave you an opportunity to jump in here. Yapzor out of position. He is in by for 2 minutes. They're still chasing forward for Fata though. Mugi thinking about going in this one. Hits one with the arrow, but can he find any more? Does still have that Aegis, and he is going to have it reclaimed in just a second.
It's actually out regenning it. No, not quite enough.
KP still not with his team. But
He's got 15 more
SCCC
seconds left.
I mean, they have 100 seconds with no Rubik. They have 60 seconds with no Bloodseeker. Secret need to hold out.
Isn't Dagon 5, though?
Oh, wait, the arrow. They hit him again. They got him caught. There's going to be the global to try and turn it. Mugi jumps forward, but Ace dealing a good bit of damage there onto him. That's
They
Mugi
just
dead
got
for 2
baited in.
minutes. He just stood there and took the arrow, and now they're in a terrible position, but KP's back. Can they kill him off in time? Puppy, the uphill misses. There's a Cold Embrace. Oh, and there's going to be the Winter's Curse onto Clinks. Fata jumps forward, and that means that he's going to be caught, abyssaled, and most likely killed off. Back yet again, Ace needing to run because all of Newbee is starting to destroy that skeleton man. Puck dead
Oh, he didn't
also.
get the shard.
Newbee, they've done it.
No refresher used there for Puck, and that's it. No buybacks. I think that he intentionally took that arrow on the Puck because he sold the Eon Disc, and that brought Newbee back into a fight that looked pretty bad. But Secret weren't quite able to pull it out there with the jaunt back into the curse, cemented their fate, and Newbee, it started with a level 1 Roche, but that certainly was not the story of this game. Went the full distance. Another deep, long one here in the TI